think we're rolling. Hi there and welcome to This Day in History for January 13th. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to delve into the fearless spirit behind our word of the day. We'll take a very introductory look at a medieval order born of a mission to protect. We'll revisit the establishment of a British colony and the fur trading, gold rush fever, and community building that shaped the future of Canada. And we'll take a moment to wish a happy birthday to an actor and country music star, and then wrap it all up with a look at one of that star's songs. Whether you're here for the history, the music, or to expand your vocabulary, there is something for everyone. So pull up a chair, grab a cuppa, and settle in. And let's dive into the stories and moments that made January 13th a day to remember. Hi there and welcome to This Day in History for January 13th. January 13th is the 13th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 352 days remaining to the end of the year, 353 if it happens to be a leap year. Today's word is intrepid. Intrepid is an adjective that means characterized by resolute fearlessness, fortitude, and endurance. It's often used to describe someone who is adventurous and unshaken by danger, such as in the phrase an intrepid explorer. For example, the intrepid journalist ventured into the war-torn region to uncover the truth. Or, with intrepid determination, she scaled the icy peak despite the daunting winter conditions. Intrepid comes to us from a word that meant not fearful or anxious. There's a related word, by the way, intrepidity. Intrepidity is a noun that has been formed out of intrepid to define the quality or state of being intrepid, resolute bravery. An example sentence might be, through tales of daring voyages, the captain's intrepidity became legendary among sailors of the fleet. Or, the intrepidity of the group of adventurers in the Fellowship of the Ring is inspiring to this day. First known use of the words intrepid and intrepidity is in the 1600s. Today's word was suggested by YouTube viewer @TRamsire. Thanks, Teresa. And if you have a word you'd like us to look into, drop it in the comments. We'll check it out. And with that, in 1119, a group of French noblemen formed a new religious order known as the Knights Templar. Their mission? To protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land and safeguard the gains of the Crusades. Despite their noble goals, the Templars hadn't yet earned the all-important official recognition from the Church. That changed in 1129 when they presented their case at the Council of Troyes. The council gave its blessing and tasked Bernard of Clairvaux with creating the order's rules, which emphasized vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. With these rules in place, the order received the official seal of approval from Pope Honorius II. Vancouver Island, what a beautiful work of nature. Back in the 1800s, though, it wasn't just the beautiful spot we know today. The colony of Vancouver Island was established on January 13, 1849, by the British government. And why? The United States was already a thing. Why did they do that? Well, Britain wanted control over this part of the Pacific coast and to encourage people to settle there. They put the Hudson's Bay Company, a big fur trading business, in charge of running things, and they did get things moving in that direction, thanks to their man, James Douglas. He helped build up the colony and set up a legislative assembly so people could have a say in decisions, because people always like to have a say in decisions that are going to affect them. The city of Victoria became the heart of the colony, especially during the gold rush in 1858. Thousands of people came rushing through, hoping to strike it rich, and Victoria grew into a busy town. It officially became the capital of the colony and stayed the capital even after Vancouver Island merged with the mainland colony of British Columbia in 1866. That merger eventually led to British Columbia joining Canada in 1871, and Victoria has been the provincial capital ever since. It's amazing to think how this small fur trading post became such an important piece of Canada's history. And what a beautiful place, Victoria Island. This is the birthday of country music star and actor Trace Adkins, born January 13th, 1962 in Sarepta, Louisiana. He grabbed the public's attention with his first single, There's a Girl in Texas, released in 1996. He followed that up with his debut album Dreamin' Out Loud, and since then has released many albums, with several earning gold or platinum status, attesting to his lasting impact on the country music scene. And of course, there's more to Trace than just his music. He showcased his talents on TV, winning the All-Star Celebrity Apprentice in 2013, and lending his voice to characters like Elvin on King of the Hill. Plus, he's appeared in movies, and you may have heard his distinctive deep voice talking about the truck stop chain pilot Flying J or Firestone Tires. He's been in over 25 movies, over 20 TV shows. Beyond entertainment, Trace has faced and overcome some significant personal challenges, including serious injuries and battles with alcohol, demonstrating his resilience and strength. Today, he's happily married to Canadian actress Victoria Pratt and continues to inspire fans with his music and life story. Trace Adkins. In honor of Trace Adkins' birthday, let's talk about one of his songs, Every Light in the House. This one was released in 1996 as part of his debut album Dreamin' Out Loud, and quickly became a fan favorite, making its way to number 3 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles and Tracks chart. Every Light in the House tells a story about a couple who have parted company. It looks like a breakup, but in his parting words to her, he says he'll leave a light on for her in case she ever wants to come back home. And what he actually does is to leave every light on in their home as a beacon in hopes that she'll find her way back. It's a touching metaphor for longing and the hope of reconciliation, beautifully conveyed through Adkins' deep, emotive vocals. Critics have praised the song for its emotional depth and noted that Adkins' powerful voice captures the yearning of a man waiting for his lover to return. The black and white music video complements the song's theme as he's shown lighting the place up like a stadium. In a house illuminated by countless lights, symbolizing his unwavering hope. Every Light in the House is and remains one of Trace Adkins' most memorable hits, resonating with anyone who's ever held on to hope during a time of separation, and especially those who were eventually reunited. Sweet song and even sweeter video. Every Light in the House by Trace Adkins. Link in the description. How about that? History reminds us that each day is filled with moments of courage, innovation, and resilience. From the intrepid explorers of old to the modern musicians who touch our hearts, these stories shape the tapestry of who we are and inspire us to keep reaching higher. So, thanks again for joining me for today's episode. Until next time, stay curious and keep it up with that intrepid spirit. I'll see you tomorrow. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.